Hey gang, this is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the sad truth that's not talked about in the real estate clubs with gurus when they talk about real estate investing. Now let me tell you, I'm a real estate investor, and what I'm going to tell you, I'm not talking bad about real estate investing or investors, okay? I know that real estate is where 70+% of all the millionaires in America, according to the IRS revenue, become millionaires. Plus, okay, I know that real estate gives you passive income. I know that real estate hedges you from inflation, thanks to our fiat Federal Reserve printed money. So I know all the benefits of being a real estate investor that everybody tells you, okay? But I want to come around from this angle and tell you the stuff that no one talks to you about, the clubs or the gurus. And I want to share this from the bottom of my heart. Being a real estate investor, you really are going to get down sometimes if you have a heart, right? If you're, a mean person and you're trying to fuck everybody, then this is not going to apply to you. But if you're down to earth, you have love and compassion for people, you want to help people, it's kind of hard to be a real estate investor, guys, because of all the true sad stories that you will hear, okay? For example, a lead just came in, we were talking to a seller, and, what's going on is the guy's an entrepreneur, so he did the right things, he took a risk, started a business, has success in his business, and probably he had a health problem with his kid, and now he's in a financial situation, okay? Where, the guy's an entrepreneur, has a business, it has ups, it has downs, bought properties. According to him, he owns one of the properties free and clear, but now he's in a tough situation because his kid has health problems and they got to always be at the hospital, okay? Which makes him have emotional problems, sucks his creativity, which just causes his business to have problems, okay? And so a good guy like that was on the horse, working towards the American dreams, just falls off because of an unforeseeable event for his kid to have some kind of sickness that he has to spend all his money, all his dreams, and all his love to be shrinked up. It's kind of sad, man, right? And this is one of the reasons that I stopped wanting to speak to the sellers myself direct, because it's very hard to deal with everybody's situation, because a lot of people I bought houses from, they were good Americans. They were patriots, they were hardworking, they were not deadbeats, okay? The last couple of houses I bought from, one was a teacher, one was a firefighter, and it's just hard to see good people, on the pursuit of happiness, on the pursuit of their dreams, and unforeseeable things happen, and then bam, they get on the fucking ground and takes them out because of debt. And this is why I say fuck the stinky bankers, because I have personally talked to people in Dallas that were way smarter than me, attorneys, lawyers. I have personally been to multi-million-dollar houses in Plano's that attorneys own, 7-bedroom plus. They're end of the day losing their home because they had too much debt. And this is why I hate debt, and because debt, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how much success you have, you're dancing with the fucking devil, and if you ever get caught, it's going to be pretty hard to get back up because of all the leveraging, the debt to income ratio the bankers use and the realtors use to enslave you for them to make a sell, for them to make any income. And I'm not picking on bankers. Well, actually I am picking on bankers, but I'm not picking on realtors. But I just want to let you guys know that this is not, I'm attacking any industry. I'm saying that if you want to be a real estate investor and you care, man, you're going to meet a lot of good people, attorneys, smart doctors that save fucking lives. And then you're going to have to sit there and they're going to have to tell you, and they're going to be crying, and you're going to realize that it doesn't matter how smart you are. You could be making $10 billion a year, but if you get into the bed with those stinky bankers, you may be in a situation where you be making so much money and then you're losing your home, and then you're getting into a divorce because your wife leaving you because you have so much financial stress. I can't tell you how many smart people, way smarter than me, made so much money than me, that in the crash. 2007, fourth quarter, 2008, 2009, 2010. How many smarter people that I met with mega mansions, multi-million-dollar businesses they sold for multi-million dollars, and then they were filing bankruptcy, guys. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, if you dance with the stinky bankers, you will get caught. Just like Mike Tyson says, we all have a fucking plan till we get punched, right? And I'm telling you, if you sleep with a sleepy banker, when you get punched, you're not gonna have any leg stamina because you didn't pull the fucking, you didn't do the pull-ups yourself. You didn't create the shit yourself. You went to the bed with the stinky bankers, and when you got knocked down, you're probably not gonna get up, dude. And how do I know? Because I met people that made multi-million-dollar businesses and sold and live in Dallas penthouses that my brokerage firm, did a short set for them, which means they were behind in payments thousands of years. I personally sit in doctors' houses, attorneys' houses that have surgeons making a lot of fucking money, but losing everything, losing their family because of that. And the point two of the story is that if you're an investor, you're around all these smart people, medium people, even stupid people, and you see all these people defaulting for whatever reason. Like, I bought a house from a guy that rode a motorcycle, he fell off, and he couldn't afford the house anymore because he couldn't go to work anymore, all right? You know, and he was behind his payments. I saved his credit, okay? I bought houses from people going through divorces, dude. You know how hard it is to sit there when somebody has a husband and a wife and their kids, and the kids don't want to leave? You know how hard it is to buy a house? 2 days later, the family knocks, and just to show you the kids, like, hey, look, see, somebody else lives here, son. We don't live here. This is not our home anymore. You know how hard that shit is, dude? Right? Yeah, I want to make fucking money. I'm not saying that I don't want to make money, but I'm trying to tell you guys, the things they don't tell you is that being a real estate investor, you can make a lot of fucking money, no doubt. But it's a very hard job because you're seeing the side effect of all the debt, the stinky bankers enslaving the poor people, the medium people, even the smart people, right? Like I just brought you a fucking news, and all the realtors talk shit about me because I brought you the information how Fannie Mae is making the debt to income ratio, changing it to get more people into mortgages because these doctors, all these people with masters and have $50,000, $100,000 in debt, they can't qualify for a mortgage for a house. So Fannie Mae is changing the rules for these smart people to get even to more debt. Guys, and I'm telling you, man, I don't give a fuck how smart you are, dude. You dance with the fucking sticky banker, when they punch you, I don't care how prepared you are, it's going to be hard to come up. And how do I know? Because I bought houses from so many smart people. I've helped out so many smart people in short sales in the last crash that I realized that, man, death is shitty as fuck. Sure, you can have a flashy life. Sure, you can have a bling bling. But it ain't yours, man. You're just a house fucking nigger, man. And I'm sorry for the fucking being rude, but you're just a house slave, right? And you love your masters. You think Bank of America is so cool because it just lets you get into debt. What you don't realize is they slaved your ass through the amortization, where if you borrow $100,000, by the time you fucking pay them in 30 years, you're gonna end up paying almost $300,000. And that's on like a 5%, 6% interest. So if you do the fucking math, 5% interest or 6% interest, by the time you pay off your fucking house in 30 years, you didn't pay no 5%. You didn't pay no fucking 6%, dude. It's some funny math that the bankers came up with, and they sold you that shit on. Now, in college and high school, they don't teach you about amortization, do they? No. They teach you algebra, calculus, physics. But guess what? That didn't teach you how to save. When you want to borrow from a bank, you think you're getting 5% APR. On a mortgage, boy, the problem is most of us are moving our houses every 7 years and we never get to own. But if we get to actually live in this fucking house, pay it off in 30 years, and look at how much we fucking paid. We paid 3 times, maybe 4 times more than the actual principal that we borrowed. Now, I don't have a problem with bankers making money, but that's not 6%. On a $100,000 home, if you do the amortization over 30 years, you're gonna end up paying 2 or 3 times more than what you borrow. Does that sound like 6% or 6,000%? I don't know. You do the fucking math, dude. So what I'm trying to tell you is, guys, if you're a real estate investor, you better have some compassion and gut, and you may get burned out like I did by dealing with all these people's truly sad stories. Not some bullshit sad story. Some guy that reaches out to me like, Mike, I watched your YouTube video and I spent all this money on gurus and they ripped me off. No, motherfucker, you ripped your own self off because you didn't do your own fucking due diligence. You're a fucking sucker because you got fucking sold. And I told you to get on my website. I got free shit. And then I told you don't hit me up with your sad stories. And then you say I'm a bad guy. No, motherfucker, I ain't a bad guy. I just told you how to solve your fucking problems. I'm just not listening to your sad stories. But guess what? That fucking seller that is an entrepreneur and his kid got sick, that is a true sad story. That fucking attorney that started a business and the bankers fucked him over, that is a true sad story. Your bitch ass talking about you got sold and you're lazy and you don't want to fucking take action. I don't give a fuck about that so sad stories because I already met so many people with great sad stories, dude. In America, entrepreneurs, people that are on the fucking doing the right things, like firefighters, like fucking teachers, losing their fucking homes. So I'm not gonna hear your fucking sad story about how you're watching TV and you're going to a sports game with your bullshit, guys. So what am I trying to say? In real estate, you can make a lot of money as an investor. Again, if you look at the IRS revenue, more than 70% of all millionaires in America are real estate, or they have real estate one way or another. So I'm not dissing on real estate. I am trying to let you know that if you want to be an investor, it's emotionally tough, dude. You're going to go hear people crying their hearts out. You're going to go to people's houses where they lost their husbands. You're going to go hear some crazy sad shit that's going to waken you up and realize that don't listen to the fucking media. Don't listen to these stinky bankers and question everybody, because I've seen so many smart people losing everything they work for because they got in bed with the bankers, or they believe the sales guy, dude. Don't believe a fucking sales guy. Guys, if you go to my website, I'll show you what all my prices is. I don't sell nobody. You go to fucking, I went to an attorney the other day. I said, how much do you charge? And this guy's like, call me. I'm like, no, motherfucker, I don't want to call you. I don't want to get a sales pitch. Tell me what you charge, dude, so I can pay it real via PayPal. See, that's what the problem is. We all want to get sold. You know, at my dojo, I don't sell anybody anything, dude. I charge $25,000. Yes, I'm expensive. I charge arm and a leg, but I give you your fucking wings, dude. I don't gotta sell you. It's what it is, motherfucker. You want it, you sign up. You don't want to sign up. I'm not gonna call you. The motherfuckers that get sold, there's the motherfuckers that come around with the sad stories, dude. Ooh. And I'm trying to tell you, if you want to be a real estate investor, you better have a big heart, and you better be dealing with a lot of sad stories, because you're gonna have this fake sad stories, like fake motherfuckers that watching TV and doing shit with their fucking life. And then you're gonna have the true sad stories, like doctors, like firefighters, like this entrepreneur, real people doing the real thing and still getting knocked down in life, man. And then you're gonna have scratching your head and say, you don't know what to say, because you don't know what to believe anymore, because you realize that buying stuff ain't gonna get you nowhere, because you just saw a doctor lose his house, you just saw an attorney lose his house, you just saw an entrepreneur that just sold his business of $43 million going bankrupt, and you're like, does stuff really equate to freedom? Right? Is college worth it? Because they didn't teach me about the amortization. Most motherfuckers don't even know what the amortization works like, right? We know calculus, we know algebra, but we don't know simple mathematics that costs us money, costs us our lives, costs us our fucking freedom, costs us where we can't spend time with our kids or with our pets or with our loved ones. We got to keep working. So the point of the story is, if you're a real estate investor, guys, this business will open your fucking eyes to the stinky bankers, to the fucking lies, and all the crazy things that happen to good people in America, like doctors, like firefighters, just good people that are doing the right things, not watching TV, doing the right things and still bellying up, man, to the stinky bankers. Guys, if you like this video, please like, please share, please leave a comment. See you later, gang.